Продолжаем играть Starfield. Так, разбираемся с перегрузом и отчаливаем по квестам фастом.
Aren't you the one I saw running away from that crazy guy?
Вау, ну ладно, это выглядит неплохо.
Rations? Check. Rifle? Already stowed.
Evening, sir.
Food? Both ship and generator?
Distribution Center.
Hey, got a minute to chat? Maybe a few minutes. Probably not hours, though. But no guarantees. Take this. Of course, I was... Anyway. My pleasure. If I see anything on out...
Please, if you experience any issues in your dealings, welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform... I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how the... Also, if you're here... Yes, of course. Back to it, then. Welcome to UC Distribution. I hope we have... Right, right. Come back if you need something else.
А, у меня судовые части, вот, наверное, в чем проблема. Они как раз весят где-то 100 килограмм.
Not sure if those Varun zealots live in space.
Yes, exact. Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo.
Послушники
It's been
братства.
too long.
Писарь,
How are your
чёртовы.
parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
pH это же кислотность, типа.
Well, what's on both your minds? What?
That's,
Церковь связана с группировкой
what we
космических
mean
чудаков.
is we
Ну, логично.
think there's something in the Sanctum's teachings connected to what we've been investigating. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside.
А, это что, дети атома? Я даже сразу не понял. Скажите мне,
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
We've lost people, Keeper.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And these Starborn, I take it they're different from the people of the settled systems? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe, beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here. And I think I can help. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
Давайте без сказок.
I understand you have doubts, but walk with me just a little bit further. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave? I agree. I think you need to talk to them about this Unity Pilgrim. Oh yes, typically. But there is a lone... I've visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be... And if you need directions to the enlightened, they have a branch in the well helping the poor...
I'll stay here with the Keeper.
I've got a minute.
We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Не, синтез я с собой брать не буду.
Hey, Dusty. If you're ever thinking to yourself,
Private sector. Now that's where the real money's at.
A visitor? I have all the company I need. Jokes. You come to hear about Varun. Like the guards. Like the Keeper.
we were gonna wait for your book, but it keeps getting delayed.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more.
I don't admire it at all. I think it's
The knowledge of the Great Serpent sweeps away all concern. There is only his inevitable return, and those he will spare. Nothing else. You wish to speak of the Keeper's pilgrim, do you not? I will tell you of him, and then you will leave. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all. Then we are done.
Got a moment?
Супер,
Let's
спасибо,
catch
до
up.
свидания.
Keep your nose clean. Last thing I want is to charge you for a DP, an A and B, B and E, or heaven forbid, an MS.
Hey, if you have time, I've been thinking about it.
Блин, страшный ты человек.
If it's about the financial or food assistance. Oh, you're not.
The Unity Pilgrim in particular.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times. Our early records are mostly administrative, humanitarian project, but there is a series of exchanges the found. We might act. A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might, and the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second, and it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year, same conversation every time. That's what you got out of that. Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end. Sorry, I couldn't be of more help, but that's...
За что меня заставляют
Exploring the
бегать?
galaxy is hard. Trust me, I know. Stuff I
that the Trade Authority deals in stolen goods.
Really?
Have you ever heard one of his sermons?
Oh, you're back. Planets are often named by... What else did you learn? If there really is a location, was there anything else? Yes. What he... Let's see. We have something. Infinitum addendum. What? Yes, that's it. The second planet. And from there, before you go, you've now spoken to many... I know you're looking for a specific unity.
Новый год.
And once you know, what will you do? Even the most object... You will be taking a similar part of... The sanctum
Ой, я могу с вами даже не говорить
always be
дальше.
here
А, нет, не
for
обязательно.
those who seek it.
Да
You're
что,
back.
что?
Let's see. Infinite. Oh, you think... Before you go, I know your... Conviction. That belief can... Your only path is...
There's some value to doubting.
Well,
Hey, if you have time, I've been thinking about some things. Wanted to talk to you about it.
Знаешь, у меня есть... Давай-ка я тебе скину вещи.
Listen, I keep wondering if that made it harder to... I've replayed those, and you need to know. And if it had been... I appreciate the humor, but I don't know if you... But I just want you... I don't know that I mean to... But if it makes you feel... Of course you do. Take whatever time you... Just... Please... This was a trap. You have to try not... You are Sarah was out. She would tell you. She would want to...
Мне все равно. Открой свой инвентарь, пожалуйста.
All we can do is... You know, we're for... If we're going to set... Got a minute to chat? Maybe a few minutes. I've been meaning to... I could have handled it. It's good to be
Жесть, ты
part...
сколько говорить ты будешь
So,
вообще?
that's why I've been... just wait.
Пожалуйста.
They're one of
Давай.
you. Constellation is... Speaking of... Your work...
Какой нахрен флирт?
Just figured I'd... You know, it's hard to imagine. I would have never... And I never... Statistically, everyone's been... Yeah, don't worry. I've ignored my feet. I'm just fortunate. I mean, we're... On that note... What's new? Let's see if...
Наконец-то. Блин, у Баррета были ресурсы, это печально. Я не могу ничего скинуть ему. Ого, ничего себе. Нормальные деревья.
What can I do for you? Need some work done? Okay, sure. Okay. No. I'm sure.
Вот, мне хватает на какой-то корабль. На квадрат. Ну и пойдет.
Sure.
Почему у него груз 200 максимум? Там же написано было 400 с чем-то.
I'm sure you can. Okay, no problem.
Ушко можно поставить. можно вообще не ставить миссайла. Это клево. Ракеты я имею в виду. Можно прям корабль увеличивать, что ли? Походу, да, реально можно увеличить. Ё-моё. Я же стол себе разъебал. Вот сейчас нужно груз въебать, как не знаю кто. Но у меня денег не хватит, все, корабль в этот бух. Чисто консервную банку сейчас буду собирать. По реактору можно въебать. Это вообще жесть будет. Так, еще 7000 можно поставить. Одна ошибка. В чем проблема? А, потому что перевес. А, ну разрешен только один реактор. Что поделать? Нафига я вообще там что-то делал, если я мог, в принципе, предыдущий корабль закастомизировать как угодно. Тут фактически его можно с нуля создать. Блин, какой сложный красава. Вот так, красота, наверное. Ну, чисто скавенджер. Ему реактором где-то здесь был.
Hey, kind of breaking my concentration.
Вот он, новый корабль. Так, стоп. Как подняться наверх?
Everything's 5 by 5, Captain.
Encore.
Так, надо понять, а где мне складывать? А вот. Красота. Мусорщик просто прилетел. Не понял, почему прекращил писать. Я думал, это как наводку куда-то. Легко, практически не читал. На остров Хилл или 3 там, сколько не помню, забыл. Отправляемся туда. Конфискуем корабль, походу его можно конфисковать. В этот раз засейвлить. Блять, что я творил? Нехер было на меня нападать.
Let's go make some friends.
У вас здесь разгерметизация, что ли?
Now what?
Guess it's nothing. Let's get back to it.
Что я не понял, пламенчик сюда, что ли?
Wait, what was that? You're done! Here! Over here!
Ah, okay then.
Huh?
И третьего много. Это что вообще за корабль такой?
Had enough? And don't come back!
Я потерялся.
Well, they don't need it now.
Whoa, something's out there. My head!
I'm so ready for this. Are you? Oh, bad choice.
Still coming at you!
Yikes! Watch it!
Все, со всеми разобрались. Ясно. Блять. Здесь нельзя управлять кораблем, потому что это было видно, что он какой-то огромный. Настолько огромный, что трындец.
those are Starborn ruins. You see that, right? We have to get a close-up of that statue. Wow.
Ладно, это место даже выглядит как-то неплохо. Неплохо дробовик. Что-то должно было появиться. Я что-то должен был увидеть.
See what's out there.
It can't be. You found me. I knew I made the right choice in letting you go. Oh, please. Did you think I couldn't have found you again? Extinguished that little spark of competition for the artifacts before it grew stronger. I wanted to see what you would do, and I haven't been disappointed. You did? You should come aboard. There's another Starborn here who is very interested in meeting you.
I can speak for myself. Constellation ship. You weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us.
Let's go.
I will personally guarantee you.
And think of it as a ceasefire meeting. Your one Good. See?
Ух, я подумал, что я сначала даже в космосе нахожусь.
Hello. Again. Do you remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise. Yes, we did. We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
We are all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should.
Согласен убить вас и забрать ваши артефакты. Все в моем стиле.
Good. Hold on to that determination. Because you're about to learn there's a higher prize at stake.
The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
You've really come a long way since the Welcome to Constellation speech, haven't you?
Неужели вы люди?
I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who ran to the Eye. I left you behind to protect the artifacts, and the Hunter killed you.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours. I have to. This is bigger than all of us. All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Yeah.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp? It means I've seen thousands of universes, collected their artifacts, been to their temples. You have a small taste of their power, but it keeps going. You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks, to give up, to appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself.
You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides. Bingo.
I want a truce between all three of us. Give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine, or the Hunters.
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you.
Ребят, вы ошибаетесь, не рубите фишку. Знаете, что я скажу? Я выбираю Айса.
Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can. Seek the moon of old Earth. There are secrets there you must hear. Yes. That is all I ask. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. Part of me wonders what they will also...
Captain on deck.
Yes? Landing gear. Check. Thrusters. Check. Landing site. Clear.
Мы снова на Луне. Бесконечность не предел.
Engine spin-up time almost complete. Total time 5 minutes 22 seconds. Right on schedule.
How are the helium-3 valves holding, Nova?
We double-checked the leakage concerns this morning before the launch. All signs green.
Any changes to the calculation sequence from Voltaire?
No changes since we uploaded the last figures yesterday. It's a clean shot from here to Jupiter.
One day the computer will be on board the spaceship just in range.
One miracle of science at a time, Canaveral. Counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Воспроизвел.
Are you reading?
All clear, Nova. Indicators look good. The ship should be cruising Jupiter's orbit right now. Visual confirmation will be possible in 32 minutes.
Like everybody
Rate of speed of
evacuated
light is on the
fast.
slow side these days.
How does it feel to break the laws of physics, Canaveral?
We're all pretty excited down here in NASA, I won't lie.
Excited enough to tell me where you got the original data?
Not in a million years.
корабль красивый.
It's NASA. It's actually NASA. This is one of the towers that got us to safety among the stars.
Вот и звезднорожденные присоединились к нам.
I bet that elevator shaft will take us deeper inside NASA. Might need to work through some rubble. Everybody got that? Good.
Ну, я думаю, здесь остановимся и потом уже откроем тайну нас.